this is Beth, the Polka Dot Scrapper, and I just wanted to share a tutorial with you today on how to make a large quantity of cards that you may have to give out, such as an invitation or thank you cards. This is just how I'm going to show you how I laid it out on my Gypsy so that you can get multiple cuts, so you're not cutting each individual piece over and over several times. This is actually a card using the Destinations Cricut cartridge. My husband went to Tanzania, Africa over the summer on a missions trip, and we wanted to give everyone who helped support his trip a thank you note, and we wanted to also give them a DVD of some pictures of his trip. So I had to come up with a card that I could place the DVD in, that it could be secured and not, of course, fall out. So I'll just go ahead and get started and go through each layer on my Gypsy screen here and show you how I put it together. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the first layer. Here I just used 2 squares off the Georgian Basic Shapes cartridge and just welded them together. And this long shape here is also welded to the 2 squares, and it is on the Destinations cartridge. And then these shapes here, you're going to see them again on some other layers. I just had some extra space on this first sheet, and I needed to make it all even out, so I just added a few extra shapes on there. Okay, so I'm just going to go to layer 2, and then here I just put multiple shapes. You're going to see what these are when I actually put the card together for you, so that might make more sense here in a moment. Okay, so we'll go to layer 3, and then that's the front of the card, and I put as many as possibly could fit on here for that particular shape and in the sizes I needed. Okay, and then there's layer 4. There we go, and then there's part of the front. Okay, and you can see I have actually 6 layers with this project. And then this piece right here is actually just what I used for the white piece of paper on the inside of the card to put my note in. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to get the pieces out and we're going to put it together. Okay, so now you see that I have all my pieces cut out with the Cricut. So the first thing I'm going to do is to score. And I've got the Martha Stewart scoring system here. I'm just going to lay that right up in that corner edge. And since I know my card is 5 inches and a half, I'm just going to score it 5 inches. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this over. Okay, and I'm going to score it 2 inches. Make sure that's straight there. Okay, so I'll just turn it over, and I'm sorry, it's supposed to go this way. Okay. Alright. Okay, so the next step to secure this is I used my crocodile, just 2 small eyelets. Okay, and you want to use the smallest setting on your crocodile. And I already have this lined up, but as you can see, I'm just going to go as close to the edge as I possibly can. Okay, and then again. Alright, and as you can see, I'll just put my eyelet in there. If you remember, all the Africa pieces, they are going to go right here on that flap where that's going to hold our DVD. and I just use a two-way glue. Okay, and I'm just gonna do that right in between those two, eyelets there. Okay, and then next I'm going to put together my front. See, this says the Tanzanian, and then there's the elephant on there. And the first piece is going to be the orange piece. And again, I'm just going to use my two-way glue. You want to line up this, you want to line this up with just the center opening behind the elephant, and then the zigzag design at the bottom, so that it comes out just like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the accent colors. Okay, I used red, and actually the color palette came from the example in the Gypsy booklet. So if you're wondering why I picked these particular colors, that's where that came from. Okay. So there you can see that the yellow fits right over that opening. And there you have the front. Okay, so lay that there to dry just a moment. And this right here is the inside part that I use to put the sentiment, that I'm going to use to put the cinnamon on. And I use the Color Box Mini Brown, and just the Tim ink applicator, and just, I've already done it, as you can see, but I just started from the edge and just worked my way in until the whole thing was covered and distressed. And then for my sentiment, I'm using a verse stamp, one of the mini scriptures from clearstamps.com. They are a great company, and they have a wide variety of sentiments. So I'm just inking up my stamp. Okay. I'm just going to put it about in the middle of the bottom corner there. And then for the top, I'm using a Making Memories from the Passport stamp set, from that set. Okay, so it says Journey, and then it just has the asterisks. That's going to go in the middle at the top. Okay. And also I wanted to put some corners on there, and I used the Martha Stewart corner punch. And when I was actually putting all these together, these were kind of hard to stay down, so with just regular adhesive. So this time around, I'm just going to put them in my Xyron. I'm just going to line that up on the back side. I don't know if anyone have seen the Martha Stewart corner punch, but it does have a scored line on each side so that you can fold it and get a nice clean fold. And just to just give it some added security, I'm just going to use my bone folder just to crease those folds real good and get that adhesive pushed down. Then to adhere it into the inside, I'm just going to take my ATG gun, and as I'm going along the top, I'm trying to catch that corner just just to give a little added security there. Okay. Again, I'm sorry I'm working upside down, but there we go. You can see that just goes right on the inside there. And just for some added decoration, I just used, I believe this is called jute twine. You can get this at Walmart for $5 for a roll like this in the craft section. I knew that I didn't want anything frilly on here because I wanted, so I'm just going to use my pink Zipper's cheater method, that she always calls it, to hide my tape there, because my front cover is going to go over that. And now I'm just pulling that twine through. Okay, so I've pulled it enough so that there's 3 layers of string across the Africa on the inside, and then there's 2 on the outside here. And again, I just tape down the other edge. Okay, and this was some of the extra. I'm just going to cut a piece and just going to tie a knot. Okay, so there we just have that. And there's the inside. So we've got it here up front. And again, I'm just going to use the ATG gun. Okay, I'm just going over the places there in between too, just to give a little added security there. And I'm going to fit that right underneath those 2 layers of string to hide the tape, of course. I'm just trying to get it straight. There we go. There's the finished product. And I did measure before this, so I know that a DVD, regular size DVD or CD will fit in here.